YouTube, what's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. What's going on, Dawn? What's up, Krissa? What's up, Jean Marie? What's up, Debbie? What's up, Joe? What's up, Tanu? What's up, Kelly? How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Monday to everybody. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if my sound is somewhat better. Is the sound is weird again? Don't tell me sound is weird again. Sound is excellent. Okay, let me see. Let me just make sure. Because normally when I do all of my Hall of Fame trainings, I just have it here. Let's see if this is any better. All right, is it any better if I have it closer here? Sounds good now? Okay, and I don't have, sound is good. Okay, good to me, fine to me. Sweet, good. Let's go. Alright, sweet. TikTok, what's up? How you guys doing tonight? So, here's the deal. We are doing a TRW Design Wizard training tonight. Everybody was loving it. Oh, by the way, you are going, if you're new here, you're going to get an ad soon, okay? You're going to get an ad soon. It might kick you out. Just hop back in. I'm not going anywhere. So, probably in the next few minutes, you'll get a YouTube ad. This is part 2, yes. Probably in the next few minutes, you'll get a YouTube ad. And just let it count down the 5-10 seconds, whatever it is, and hit skip. But if for some reason it kicks you out, just hop back in. Got it? Let's go. Alright, so here's what we're doing tonight. Now, if you are watching this live, obviously it's Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're watching this after the fact, you may see, if you click on the live comments, you may see the live comments. Just know that I'm not going to answer your message 2 days from now when you're watching the replay of this. So everybody that's here now, obviously I see your comments coming through. I'll get to them as much as I can because we'll have 200, 300, who knows how many people on here, but we got others in here helping as well. So the really cool thing when I do this type of training is you will be able to go back and rewatch this. So I'm not really going to stop a lot and go back and redo stuff or go too slow because I want to get through a decent amount of things. And then just know after the fact you'll be able to go back, rewatch it, stop it, rewind it, pause it, do everything that you need to do. Now, if you want more in-depth trainings like those, that's where we have the All-Star and Hall of Fame training for YouTube, where we get a lot more in-depth on stuff, and it's much smaller groups where I can answer a lot more questions, right? And real quickly, a lot of you last week missed this one, and you were asking if there was any possible way to get it again this week. I hooked you up. Right there, the code this week is LIVE40. And that is 40% off any fonts, any designs, any packs, all of that on the website, okay? So that will go for another 24 hours like it did last week through tomorrow. Got it? All right, so TikTok. Here's the deal with you guys, TikTok. You guys aren't going to be able to see real good. You're going to want to go to YouTube to watch. But if you only have TikTok, you can watch on TikTok, but it's not going to be easy to see everything that I'm doing on TikTok, okay? So you have been warned. TikTok, I'm flipping you guys around and try to get it so you can see my screen there. All right, YouTube, flipping you guys around now, and let's get at it. All right, so real quick, let's get an idea of what we have in here. Let me know currently what software you're using, whether it's the Wizard and Corel, maybe it's just Corel, maybe it's Design Space, maybe it's Silhouette Studio, maybe it sure cuts a lot. Oh, did we just hit the ad? Yeah. And that's where the people will start to drop, and then they'll come back. So I see a Wizard Corel, I see a Silhouette Business Edition, I see Design Space, unfortunately. Yeah, that's okay, start somewhere, right? Corel and the Wizard, Design Space, Silhouette Studio Business Edition, Corel, Wizard Corel, sure cuts a lot, but Wizard, Illustrator, Design Space only for cutting, Inkscape, nice, Silhouette Business. All right, so we got a wide variety of a lot of different softwares in here, which is cool. And the whole point of this training is to kind of just show you guys what the TRW Design Wizard can do. So we had part 1 last week. If you missed that, you can go back and watch it. It would be to do everything that's in the wizard, we would probably have to have like part number 84 because there's just so many things. But tonight what I'm going to focus on is some small portions of the beginning side of doing the Rhinestone side of it. Okay, oh, we just hit the ad, I see. I saw we just hit the ad because we just dropped like 80 people. So hopefully I gave them a warning and then they start to come back in here after they get booted out. All right, you guys ready to get started? So, first thing I want to start with, and what we're going to mainly focus on tonight, and I'll make the wizard a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little bit better, okay? We're going to kind of try to focus on the Place and Fill tab, and that's this tab right here, okay? Donna, we got something coming up here soon for Labor Day. We're going to have a Labor Day sale, so be ready for that. So, Place and Fill tab, we did a few things with the scatter effect last week. The Hall of Fame training, I actually kind of went over some of the stuff we were going to cover tonight. But what I want to show you here tonight is kind of the basic features of the Rhinestone part of the software. Kind of show you how you can use the Rhinestone fonts really easily, how you can accent some designs pretty cool, and just kind of go through some of that stuff. Alright? Alright, it looks like people are still kind of getting booted from, but we're going to go ahead and get started, and then as people kind of start to come back in from getting kicked out from the ad, then we'll get them back in here. So, here's what I'm going to start with. So, we're in the Place and Fill. This is the Design Wizard right here, and then this is the Design Wizard's live template editor over on the right-hand side here. So, I'm going to start with just something super basic and that you can do with Rhinestones, and that's using Rhinestone fonts. Okay, so anybody that wants to look into getting started, we actually have a free Rhinestone font on the website, the TRW Clean Stone font that you can download for free to test it out, just to see how it works with your Cricut and Cameo and whatnot. But I'm going to show you that font, and then a lot of you guys have seen my different videos or in a live where I'll respace or resize stones like in Design Space. How many of you guys here that are Cricut users have seen my videos where I show you like the whole contour thing, and then you break apart the contour, and then you see the one stone, then you resize the one stone, and you do all that stuff to get it back, right? So I'm going to show you, I've never really got to show you in the wizard side of it what you would do in the wizard and why. Obviously it's a little bit easier. So someone give me a mascot name. I'm going to show you just how we make a simple, it's football season, right, coming up for high schools. Give me a mascot, and then I'm going to make a simple whatever it is. Hurricanes football, Wildcats football, whatever it is, okay? So I'm looking around here and finding my design or my actual word, and I see a bunch of people that put wildcats. So we'll start with wildcats because I see multiple people that put wildcats. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to text. I'm going to go wildcats, and the font that I'm going to use in the wizard, I'm just going to open my font docker. Okay, and then I want to find my clean stone font, and that's this one right here. All right, now let's just say I want this to be all uppercase. Okay, I just come over here and hit U for uppercase, and then it's all uppercase. Now, when it comes to rhinestones, how many of you here have never done rhinestones? Just give me a no if you've never done them. When it comes to rhinestones, your circles have to be the correct size for the stones that you're using. Okay? So you can't just rearrange this wildcats and say, I want it to be 10.0 inches. Cut this out and you're good to go. Okay? Because the problem is the stones, the circles where the stones have to go into are not going to be the size needed. Does that make sense? So here's what I'm going to do. I need this to be for SS10 stones. So, and I can fix a little spacing areas. That's no problem. I'll show you how to do that. All right? So, check this out. I got wildcats. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit 10. Okay? So when I hit 10 for SS10 stones, and yes, that's done. Okay, it sized it perfect for SS10s. Now what I need to do is I need to see if this is a font that's going to work for me. Okay, so I can move all of these over a little bit if I want, tighten up my spacing a little bit. I don't need to tighten it up that much, but I want to show you a little trick that I do. Okay. Most people will look at this font right here, and they're going to say, what do you guys think? You guys give me your opinion. All right? Give me your opinion. Do I have the, here, hold on. I can turn down, because I can see my mic's hitting the red when I talk. So is that better there? On the little sound gauge thing, I can see it getting up in the red. So, with the wildcats, do you think this is going to be a good size for a shirt? A little better? Okay, that's better. Oh, good. Yes. Okay, yes, I turned it down some. Should be good now. Or better now. So I see most of you saying, no, it's too big. It's too wide. It's 12.3 inches. That's a little too big for me. So what most people would do with this font is they're going to be like, oh no, this font won't work. Well, technically, will it not? Because what if I said, that still looks like an L, right? So I could move that over a little bit. You know what else I could do if I wanted? I could take out a stone there and bring that over. That D still looks good, right? How about the T? What if I got rid of one of the edges of each of the T and then brought the T over a little bit? What if I did the same thing to, for example, the C? Got rid of that a little bit and then brought that over a little bit. This font still looks great, okay? But now I'm at 11.4 inches. So don't always just assume that if a font isn't perfect, that it can't work. Does that make sense? Don't always just assume it, because that, had I shown you guys this after the fact, you would have never knew that I edited any of those. Am I right with that? Like when you look at this now, I don't think there's any way that you would have realized that I edited the L and the D and the C and the T. And now I'm down to 11.3 inches. And still, obviously, SS10 stones. What if I even did... I've never tried, really, the S as much before. Let's try it. I just want to see. Let's take the S. Oh, man. Yeah, actually. Even the S. That looks really good. 11.2 inches. So, there's something, just an idea for you guys. If you have a font that's pretty close, you can make it work. Okay? So, there's my Wildcats. Now, I want 2 lines to go across here of just rhinestones. Okay? A nice easy way to do that is to come over here, and these are all things you can't do in Design Space, right? I'm going to come over here, I'm going to do my 2-point line tool, and I'm just going to draw a line from there to there. Okay? There's my line. Resize my workspace. So, with this line right here, here's what I want. I want rhinestones on this line. So to do that in the wizard, I have amethyst purple stones picked right now, which is fine. I need to come down here and I have a path that I drew, so I'm just going to hit path fill. And it fills that path with rhinestones. Okay? I could have came over here and drawn a path like this and done that and hit path fill, and it's going to fill that path with rhinestones as well. Okay? So whatever you draw, it's going to fill that. Now what I want to do is there's always going to be the path back behind it. So we want to come down here and clear the path. Get rid of that path, so now it's just the rhinestones. So now what I'm going to do is with these stones here, I'm just going to come over here, and I wanted 2 lines, remember. Okay? So, yes, we have a package with CorelDRAW included with it as well, Sherry. So in the Edit tab, I'm just going to hit Copy Selected. So boom, and there's my second row of stones. I could do 3 rows too. 3 rows could actually look pretty cool. So check this out. Boom. We're going to say the Wildcats are red, white, and blue. Okay? Just because I want to do something with the colors. So Wildcats are red, white, and blue. I got 3 rows of stones there. And then I need the word football underneath. So I'm going to go football. And I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go football mom. So we got a Wildcats football mom. The font I'm going to use here, most of you know, right? Who have come to many of the lives. TRW 130 super small. Font I use a ton, right? Now again, to get this sized right is going to be difficult. Because here's the thing. Even if I come over here and click on SS10s, it's going to size it perfectly to the SS10s. However, now I got to figure out all my spacing. So the trick to do this is go like this. Check this out. Size it to SS10s. Come to the bottom right corner before you do anything else and convert back to font. Everybody see where I am down there? Bottom right corner. Convert back to font. So, right down here where you see the little T. And what that did is it turned it back to a typable font, but it's sized to be SS10 rhinestones. So what that gives me the ability to do now is come over here and click on my text spacing, drag this out like that, and now I got a nice spacing on this Wildcats football mom. See how much nicer that looks than having football mom real small down here? Now what I'll do, now I do need to convert it back to my SS10, okay? And now all of these circles are exactly 0.135 inches. Ready to go. Pretty cool, right? Now, I'm going to resize my workspace. Remember, we're going to go red, white, and blue. So I'm going to go with, we'll put this on a, what color shirt do we want to put it on? We'll put it on a black shirt off the start, just to show you what it's going to look like. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go red cyan, okay? And then I'm going to go with blue for the football mom, and we're going to use a little bit lighter blue. And then here, I'm going to do this. Check this out. I'm going to turn this line blue. I'm going to turn the middle line crystal. And then the last one red. All right. Now we want to throw this onto the shirt. We're going to put it on a women's long sleeve shirt. So what I'll do is I'll go to mockups. I'll go to women's. I'll go to women's long sleeve shirt front. I'm going to simulate stones. Click on that shirt. And there it is on the shirt ready to go. And you'll see when I zoom in, the blue stones, the white stones, and the red stones. And honestly, I think this would look really good on a white shirt like this, because the crystal stones in the middle there are going to really sparkle, but not stand out a ton. It's just going to get a lot of extra bling in it that kind of matches with the shirt. So that'll look really sweet. Let's see what it looks like on a black shirt. Looks really nice on a black shirt as well. We can get away, that's what's cool when you think about designs like this, is can you get away with the design on a dark shirt and a white shirt so you don't have to make multiple designs? Make sense? And yeah, I can change it to any color. I can make it a yellow shirt if I want, a blue shirt. Obviously, if I made it the blue shirt that's the same color as that blue, I would want to mix it up a little bit, right? There's a little bit more of like a navy blue shirt, which still looks good. All right? Honestly, if it were me, I would probably go for this design with the white shirt here, which I think looks really nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do, back to page 1. I know people always ask, well, what does my stone cost in something like this? That's where with the wizard you can come over and you can click on the little money sign, and it's going to give you crystal. I have 19 cents. Red cyan, I have $1.22. TRW blue, I have 72 cents. So I have a total of $2.13 in rhinestones for this design. And that's always going to vary, of course, depending on the quantity you buy your rhinestones in. It may go up from that price. It may go down from that price. Got it? All right, so that is a quick kind of tutorial on using a basic font. Now, I also want to show you this one. You guys have never seen me use the word baseball as a sample, have you? We have some rhinestone fonts that are 2-color, right? Like this. So when you look at this font right here, it looks nice, right? Everybody can agree this is a pretty nice looking font as it is. And let's say I change that to SS10 stones. It's 10.2 inches, which is pretty good size. Like, even something like this. Watch how easy this is, right? I'm going to go boom, and we're going to go red, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go crystal, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go blue. Oh, let me get a little bit more on the blue. So you can literally just split up a design like this, make a quick design, split it up like that right there. I have one more red right here. I just made a red, white, and blue baseball design. And then I can come over here to my t-shirt, click there, and I want it to go on a black shirt, and that's a nice looking design. Right? But here's where I want to show you whenever you have, for example, on our website, the way that we build our Rhinestone fonts, and it's a 2-color font like this. Check this out. Up here at the top, you click on 2, and if it's built to be a 2-color font, now it's 2 colors. All you had to do is click that one button. And then you come over and you change it to SS10. And there we go. Now, to change the colors of these, all I'm going to do is click on orange, select the same color. I want the inside part to be, I don't know, let's go red. And click on 1, select the same color. I want the outside part to be crystal. Highlight it, go to my shirt, change it to a black shirt, and there's my design. Now what's really cool about this as well is I can come over in here and hit this add bling button, and I'm just adding a little bit of sparkle to show the customer what that looks like. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Back to page 1. Now I want to go over, does that make sense pretty much with the Rhinestone fonts as far as how they work? Now, I saw that question come through. Yes, let me answer that. So I saw somebody ask, what if I wanted to use that font but I wanted it smaller? Okay? Again, you can't just drag it and make it smaller, but what you can do, right now it's 10.2 inches SS10, right? If I came over and said I want it to be SS6 stones, now it's 7.5 inches. If I want it to be SS16 stones, now it's 13.4 inches. So everything stays the same, but because you're using a bigger stone, then obviously the design's bigger. Because you're using a smaller stone, the design's smaller. So that is one way to use a specific type of font if you need it to be a little bit smaller or if you need it to be a little bit bigger. Got it? All right. So now what I want to do is I want to go through, can I purchase just the way that the calculator works in the wizard? No, you can't, because every single vinyl, every single rhinestone is all linked within the wizard to the calculator to be able, here I'll give you an idea of what I mean there. All of this, you can see the pricing side of it is pretty in-depth, okay? For 6's prices and SS10 prices, SS16 prices, SS20 prices, and then the same thing with all the different vinyls. Okay, so next thing I want to do, where do I find the superscript? I think that might be on the main page, Donna, and you can use the 40% off to get it right now. Okay, so next thing we got. I just want to go over, okay, and we went over this, Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers, you're not allowed to answer because we went over this the other day. You got a little behind the scenes training. How many of you here, be honest with me, just say yes or no, know what all of these boxes do? How many of you here know, like, the meaning? And be honest, because if you say yes, I might call you out and ask. If you say you know what the contour spacing does and what it actually does, if you say yes, I'm going to ask you. You better have the right answer, because it's not as easy as you think. Alright, let's see. I got a nope, no, nope, nope, no, no, nope, no, kind of. I know some, but not all. No, no, no. No, new, no. Yes. Blar. Okay, that's good. And that's the whole point of these, right? I love seeing all of those no's. Yeah, but we just went over it with Pilar the other day, so I know she knows. Okay, so I want to go over it with you guys, because here's the thing. like anything. If you don't understand why something, I'm assuming you guys will agree with me on this. If you don't understand why something is doing something, then it's hard to really know when to use it. Does that make sense? So, if you don't really know why you would change the fill line spacing, then you're never going to do it. How many of you that have the wizard have actually gone and changed the fill line spacing and taken it away from auto? Not many of you, right? Because auto makes everything easier. However, auto only does it one way. Does that make sense? So that's where you're going to be able to see how you can do different things. Exactly. Okay, so check it out. I'm going to run through all of these for you guys, okay? So you can have a better understanding of them. So we got inside, outside. Show you what that means. I got a circle. I want to add stones. If I hit right now, path fill, it adds the stones on the path, as you can see. Control Z, go back. Okay? If I do an island fill, it went all the way to the inside. It filled the whole circle. Why did it fill the whole circle? Because I had islands set at 0, which means I wanted to do infinite islands to the inside until they hit each other and then stop. Make sense? So, had I said 3 islands, it's going to do 3 islands. Had I said 7 islands, it's going to do 7 islands. Now, if I do 7 islands to the outside, it's just going to do 7 islands, obviously, to the outside of the circle. Makes sense to everybody? Now, a lot of you guys are going to do this. You're going to do 3 islands to the outside, and you're not going to have add stones selected. And this is what's going to happen. How many of you have done that before? A lot of you have. Don't lie. It added 3 islands. You just didn't tell the software that you wanted to add stones to the islands. Make sense? So when I say add stones, island fill, now it adds the stones. Alright. Now, next is the spacing. 0.02 is kind of the magic spacing number for Rhinestones and Magic Flock. And what I mean by that is, let me find, here we go. We have a template here. We want the spacing of the circles to be as close as possible, but to where it's not going to rip the actual Magic Flock when you weed it or when you pull it off. 0.02 is kind of that magic number. That's the spacing between each stone. So when I do an island fill, that's the spacing from here to here to here to here to here to here. Okay? So let's change that so we can see. Watch, I'm going to go 0.09 spacing. Island fill. So there to there is 0.09, 0.09, 0.09, 0.09. What if I did 0.2? See that? Huge difference. Right? So that is your spacing between the stones. Now, next we have is our fill line spacing. So fill line spacing, I'm just going to do a 0.1 to start. Island fill line spacing. Okay, that's our spacing from here to here to here. So I know that right around a 0.17 is going to be pretty nice. Maybe I go to a 0.25. See what it's doing? It's adding more spacing between your islands from here to here. If I did a 0.5, now it's going to look like that. Make sense to everybody? Auto is going to keep it so it's perfect spacing. So it's basically 0.02 from there to there and 0.02 from there to there. Alright. Our next one we have is contour spacing. So watch this. 0.2 island fill. What do you notice different on this one? The difference on this one, contour spacing, think of a contour, okay, around the circle. It basically starts the first circle further away. Make sense? So watch. If I did 0.5 island fill, it's going to start that first contour 0.5 inches away from the initial circle. But then it still has the same fill line spacing and regular spacing. Got it? What if I had a 0 for that? What's that going to do? It puts that first row of stones directly on the circle, right? Instead of going outside of it. Pretty sweet, right? Alright, so I'm going to turn that back to auto. Hatch angle, okay, what that is, I'll come over here to a rectangle. I'm just going to do a hatch fill. Come over here, hatch fill. That's just straight lines. Perfect square, okay? If I want a hatch angle, I'm going to go 45-degree angle. Hatch fill. Oh no, the stones are overlapping a lot. How do I fix that? Well, it's because these two lines are too close together. So how do I widen those two lines? Is it the fill line spacing or the contour spacing? You guys tell me. Let's see if you've been listening. It's a mid-class quiz. Fill line spacing or contour spacing? Let's see. If I went 0.18 to the fill line spacing, getting closer. What if I went 0.21? Ding, ding, ding. We got it. Fill line spacing. More spacing between those fill lines. Okay? Had I come over to contour and gone hatch fill, what is that going to do? That's creating the contour to start the hatch fill 0.2 inside of the square. Does that make sense? So if I made the contour more, like 0.4, that means it's going to start even further inside of the square. To fix the spacing, I would have to go 0.4, but then over here in the fill line, I would want to do like that, let's just say 0.22. And then there we go. Make sense? And believe me, Those of you that are new, you're going to be like, damn, that's a lot of stuff right there. But like I said, you can go back and rewatch it and rewind it and pause it and play around with it, because I mean, we did a full 10-week course on the Wizard and had unlimited things to show. So you're not going to learn everything in an hour, hour and a half. Okay. And then the last one we have, I'm going to turn all these guys back to auto, is the corner detect angle. And I love to show this version of this because I think it really shows everything the most as far as the tools. So let me make sure, I got to get it so it's messed up. It's hard to mess stuff up sometimes. I want it even more messed up than that. So that one and that one look good. Trying to mess it up more. Getting there. It's not good when it's hard to mess stuff up, is it? Come on, Wizard, don't work as good. Okay, that's good enough for me. So, check this out. 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. First square right here. I come over here and I do a path fill. I got issues there, I got issues there, I got issues there, right? And actually, let me do it this way. This will be even cooler. Okay? Path fill. This right here is going to take a little while to fix, right? Because it didn't hit any of these corners good. I got overlaps all over here. This is kind of a mess. All right? So let me show you one fix to this. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to come over here to my corner detect angle. I'm going to click that checkbox. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit path fill. Which one looks better, the left or the right? See that right there? Where we had the issue with that angle? That's all fixed. Overlaps there, that's all fixed. Overlaps there, that's all fixed. Overlaps there, that's all fixed. However, we still have issues in the middle here, right? Let me show you how to fix those. Highlight them both. In the Edit tab, you're going to see this button right here. Okay? Break all paths at intersections. So what that's going to do when I click this, when you look at it, it does nothing. Right? But check this out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So watch what happens when I hit path fill now. Place and fill, path fill. Which one looks best out of all of these? Not very good. A little bit better. What do I have to fix on this one? Do you see any issues? Do you see any overlaps? And the reason why you don't is because it broke apart at all of those intersections to make sure with the corner detect on that it hit each of those spots. So when I highlight and clear my paths, okay, I still have a little bit of an issue. And the only issue I have is each of these corners are going to have multiple stones because it had 2 different paths that ended there. This one actually has 4 because it had this line, that line, that line, and that line. So, next question I'm sure is how do you fix that? Highlight them all, come right down here to this button, merge overlapping stones. Click that button one time, and now you have 1 stone in all of those spots. Look at my other ones. Look at this one right here after the merge overlapping stones. Look at this one right here after the merge overlapping stones. This one perfect, this one better, this one blows. So again, if you didn't know those couple buttons, you might have been fighting with this design for 20 minutes just to make 2 clean squares. Now you click 2 buttons and you get it this way. Got it? Alright. Let's get rid of that guy there. Moving right along. Hey Matt, when I'm done scatter design, I find overlapping stones, hit that magic button. Most of my... I'm doing a scatter one here. I'm showing this one. So, when you're doing any type of the scatter design, here's what we're going to do. Alright? I'm going to, and I'll just do, I'll do a simple one. I'll do a heart. So I'm going to go to basic shapes, click on my heart, and draw my heart. Alright, now with my heart here, I'm going to come over here to my drop down. We have a bunch of kind of pre-selected ones in here, okay? How many of you guys have used ones other than the, I always show the Faded Heart 10 Island. But have you used like the 3-row offset fill inside or any of these? They're pretty cool. So, Faded Heart 10 Island. All that does is it pre-selects all of my information for me here. So, take this here, come over and I got all of them selected, so I hit Island Fill. Small heart, so anytime it got outside of the area where there weren't at least what we have selected, 8 stones, then it fills. So we would just come over and get rid of those 3. Now, had my heart been a little bit bigger, right, and I do the same thing, now look at the difference. And even basic designs like these guys are really cool. So watch this. This is the design that we used to actually sell a lot. And this is how hard it would be to make it. Watch this. Go here. I'm going to go with 12 islands. And I'm going to go Island Fill. Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to clear my paths. And I'm going to go red, white, or crystal, and blue. What size is this? 10.9 by 10.9. Nice big design for a shirt, right? Let's head over to my mock-ups, and I want to do a women's long sleeve shirt front. Simulate stones. Click on that shirt. Now, because it's that big, we probably want to move it down just a little bit on the shirt. Change this to a white shirt or a black shirt, and we have this. And that's something that, I mean, how long did that take? Pretty sweet, right? And all I did to change the stone colors, like, if you wanted green there, you could easily put green there. If you wanted red in the middle, you could put red in the middle. I mean, you could get as crazy as doing it like that and making it all different colors. And there are no overlapping stones on this one. Well, there are. There's 2 right there. Now, on smaller ones, but even on a heart, it's pretty rare that you're going to get overlapping stones. Even on a smaller heart. I'll go back a little bit too. So if I had a smaller heart, and I went place and fill and island fill, Let me just turn it to, and I'm going to decrease the stone count by less. I'm going to go 8 islands and decrease by 6. And then we have this clear pass. So the only overlaps I have are these two right here, technically. And what I could probably do with those, honestly, is just move a little bit like that. Now, when you have a font, that's where it's going to get a little bit more difficult. I'm not sure what's happening where most of your stones, when I hit merge stones, most of my stones disappear. Maybe, and I just want to try something weird here. No, because it should give you an error if you hit it while your path and everything is still on there. Clear pass, merge overlap. Yeah, the only ones that are going to disappear are those two that were kind of overlapping right there. Unless, possibly, like if this path were too close, highlight, merge over, but it's still only going to delete one of them. Okay, so now let's get into an actual font side of it. So let's go with, we did a dance one last week, so I'll show this again. But it's going to be a different one. It's different than what we did. So check this out. I'm going to go dance. I'm going to go with the Cooper Black again. I like to make it a little bit taller. And I got dance here. Okay? Now, I'm going to go down to about 9.2 inches. Because I'm going to try something here. Okay? Yeah, just send an email as far as there's got to be something weird. Just send an email and we can look at it as far as what you're doing. Or if you can make a little video of it, that would be great too. So I'm going to come over here to my magic tab. I have dance. So we have our stone knockout. We have our stone outline, right? Stone outline is going to kind of go outside of the line, which is really nice. I actually like the look of this a lot too, where it kind of accents it, right? And then it's the actual shirt back behind it. We also have this one, our stone outline with contour. And you always have to play around with the sizing a little bit, but check this out. Oh, I still had part of that one saved in there. So I have dance here. Now, if I were to weld this together first and go stone outline with contour, see what's happening there? Because it's looking at all of these areas and it wants to find a specific part to throw those lines on, okay? So when you do this with a lot of different letters or smaller where you're going to get a lot of overlaps on it, that's where you can start to run into an issue with it. Where if you had something like, and I always show this one because this is the easiest, but it normally doesn't look as good to me. If you had like an Arial rounded, rounded fonts always work best with stones. Okay? So if I took this Arial rounded and I did a stone outline with contour, it's going to do this, which looks really nice, but remember, it isn't going to get these inside areas. Okay? So what you can do is you can come over here, and when you're looking at that, Okay, you're like, oh man, why didn't it do that? Right? And we have that part there, and this part here. But what it's actually doing, and a lot of people don't realize this, is those stones are there. See them there? See them there? They're just hidden behind right now, so when you highlight and clear paths, those stones are going to show up. Okay? And most people freak out about this and they're like, oh no, why didn't it put stones on the inside there? Let me show it again. I'm going to do it again for you guys. Okay? I have the word dance. I hit stone outline with contour. Everybody will look at this and be like, oh crap, it didn't work right. How about over here? That right there, how would I fix this? I can come over and add a stone if I want. But that part there, the stones are there. I just need to come over here and clear my path. And the stones are actually back there. How many of you guys did not know that? I'm going to guarantee that most of you probably didn't. Now, with this right here, I would leave this like this. Don't freak out because you see a small overlap of stones. Okay? That is going to be fine with the magic flock. Even if it's overlapping a little bit like this. That'll be fine with magic flock, and both stones will brush in there fine. Okay? Because it's going to look a lot better than that. Right? So, just know you don't want to do, here, how about this here? Because this design was so freaking easy to make, you know what I would do with this part right here? I'll show you. And even that, like the super thin, right? Let me show you what I would do with this. I'm going to go back. I'm going to come over here to my edit tab. I'm going to go text spacing. I hit it about 7 times. Text spacing. Let's see what that looks like. Good, 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 good. Better, better. And boom. Look at the difference of those. That's going to weed much easier. That looks much nicer with the red between there. That looks nice coming down to there. I could add a little bit there if I wanted to, but I don't because the stones look nice next to each other. This hit the stones perfectly next to each other. I probably would have been editing all those others, but just because I saw it was just a little bit of a text spacing that I needed, I just went back a few steps and redid it. Does that make sense? And now this design is 10.2 inches, which is a pretty good size. Now, the only issue, honestly, in this entire design, and it's always an issue, is the ends. And now it's just a matter of how you want to do them. There's 2 ways to do ends. I'll show you both ways. One way is you can split the difference. Another way is you can keep one of them straight and down like that. Which one do you like better? Do you like the split the difference better? Or do you like the hitting it all the way down part 2? And I have a feeling this is going to be split. Not the split the difference. Like half of you are going to like one way, half of you guys are going to like the other way. And I see the right 2, first one, split the difference. Right one, first one, second one, all the way down. Nice. And that's, again, the cool thing about it is that's where you guys get to choose. Your customer gets to choose, right? As far as that's what matters most, is what they like best. It's completely personal preference. I agree. And honestly, what I kind of like, and you guys let me know, I'm going to show you all three versions. So, first is going to be, that's the split the difference version. This version is going to be, and watch, what I'm doing when I'm respacing here, I forgot. I'm holding shift, selecting stones, hitting magic respace, clear the paths. See that? So again, watch. Boom. I'm going to move this over. Coming up along here. Magic respace. Clear my path. Move this one down. Magic respace. Clear my path. And then this one is going to go at the angle way, which is this one here. Can you guys see how these are three different ways that I'm doing it? Alright, so this one, I went straight with the angle and then cut off the straight part. This one, I went straight with the straight part and then the angle down. And then this one, I split the difference. So you guys tell me, I'm going to make it stand out a little bit more. You guys tell me which one you like the best, top, middle, or bottom. Those are kind of the three different ways that you could do this. And I'll tell you after which one I like best. Middle, split, split, middle, middle. Bottom, top, middle, bottom, top, middle. Look at literally top, bottom, middle. Bottom, middle, bottom, top, bottom. That's so funny. I'm not a huge fan on ends of splitting the middle. And the only reason why, for my eyes, it looks like none of the lines complete. Like it looks like they're both off instead of just one. So I'm on ends like this, I'm not a big split the middle guy. I normally like to pick whichever line is the longest line is which one I keep straight. Does that make sense? So this one is technically only after the curve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one after the curve is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whichever line is normally longer is the one that I want to keep going on that same path. And that doesn't mean it's right. It's just what I prefer. The split on an end like this, it kind of annoys me because I see it as both of them. Now I just screwed up both lines. Got it? I've never done this before. But you know what? I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna treat you guys tonight. I'm gonna treat you guys tonight like Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers know what I mean. So I am going to save this design right here. And I'm going to give it to every single one of you guys that are here tonight, and only you guys that are here. Okay, I'm not putting it anywhere else. It's a reward for showing up. Everybody that's here tonight is going to get a free SVG file of this design. I'm going to export it right now for you guys. TRW is awesome free dance design. That's the name of the file, just to let you know. Okay, boom, boom, SVG. Let's export it. Okay, and I'm going to literally give you a link right here. Give me a second. Let's go here. Yes, this is the one I like best, where I kept the longest part the straightest. You guys see what I mean by the longest? Where the longest kind of straight line is. Alright, let me go upload files. I'm gonna upload TRW is awesome free dance design. Upload. And copy link. And I'm pasting it right here for you guys. Boom. There you go. I didn't use the export in the wizard right now because we're actually working on some stuff in the wizard right now, and I have the export buttons turned off. Because normally I would have just gone export, export SVG. Don't worry, it's not turned off in your wizards, just mine. Okay, did everybody get that? Got it, got it, got it, got it. Yes, sir. Got it. I'll drop it a couple more times. So I'm not going to post it on the community tab, and the reason why is, and everybody make sure to get it now. I want the 230 of you that are here to get this file for free. I don't want everybody else to, because they weren't here learning, right? You guys deserve it. If they weren't here, then if they want, we can put it on the website for $5 or whatever, and they can get it that way, but you guys get it free. Everybody got it? You shouldn't have to have Dropbox. You shouldn't have to have Dropbox. You can literally just click on the link, and what you'll see is, see, I can't click it right now because it says, are you sure you want to leave YouTube? And I don't want it to shut off the live. But you'll just see a download button and just download it. You don't have to log into Dropbox. You don't have to have a Dropbox account. So you can get it easy. Alright. Pretty sweet. Goes directly to Dropbox. Yes, it should. You got it. No problem. So I have it saved just in case. Alright, so I'm going to flip around here. I'm going to try and answer. I wanted to try and leave a little bit of time to be able to answer some different questions that you guys have. As I was saying before, that live 40 is 40% off all designs 40% off all fonts, 40% off all artwork, mini packs, full packs, the same thing that we did for you last week. Okay? What I'm actually, so we're actually getting ready to do some stuff with the wizard after this. I'm still contemplating exactly what we're going to do with the 6, because I've talked to a good amount of people. So either way, we're probably going to we're still going to have, I'm assuming, a 6, because there's some stuff that we have to. But for the 6.0 on the wizard, like with all of the new build for all of the vinyls and everything. But a lot of the different features, what we're testing out and looking to do, because I think in the long run it'll probably end up saving you guys money as well, is, and I talked about this before, is getting into the smaller kind of add-ons that you can do for the wizard, where you can say, I want to add on the design timer and cost calculator. I want to add on this and so on, where an add-on might be, let's say, $15. And for $15, I can add this on to the software that's going to save me 5 hours a week. Well, shit, it paid for itself in the first hour that I used it. And the reason why we're looking at doing it that way now, instead of going to, oh, Dawn, let's go. Yes, sweet Dawn. Instead of going to like the Wizard 7 and the Wizard 8 and the Wizard 9, is we don't want to price too many people out of the Wizard. We know it's not, technically, for what it does, it is actually an inexpensive software compared to a lot of others, but it's still not inexpensive. It's still a good amount of change to get it, right? And we don't do a monthly subscription for the fact that we want to try to, it saves you a lot of money when you don't do monthly, right? We all know that. So that's the goal, is for you guys to kind of be able to have options to say, I really like that feature, I want to add that on. I really love that feature, I want to add that on, and so on. Does that make sense? And I think you guys are going to love that, because again, a lot of times you guys get softwares and they're like, okay, you have to get the upgrade, and the upgrade's $250. And now you just added on a bunch of crap that I'm not even going to use, but you tell me I'm required to upgrade. Well, I don't even want that stuff. I'm good with what I have. I don't need to purchase that extra stuff. Yes, you do, because you have to have the newest version. And I've always hated that with softwares, when they do that and they force you to upgrade. I mean, I know a lot of you guys here have all different versions of the wizard. Right? Yes, it works on all versions of Windows, yes. Coco, shoot an email, because we were having issues with something like that last week. Hopefully it's not doing that again, but shoot an email and make sure. Oh, let's go. Vernemo, I like it. Let's go. If you do have a Mac computer, you can use Boot Camp or Parallel to run it. I do want to see. Let me check one thing real quick. And here's another thing we're looking at doing. Okay, and this could be a really cool way for some of you to get started. We talked about this the other day. CorelDRAW monthly subscription. What did we say it was? Like 23 bucks a month or something like that. Am I right on that? I'm not 100% sure. I think it was somewhere around there, like 24 bucks a month. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, or anybody that's on the subscription of Corel. Okay, that sounds about right, yeah. $269 a year, so 20 something a month. All right, so the reason why I'm saying that is we also are looking into just adding, for example, some different like small Corel add-ons that are kind of like little mini wizard things. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of one here real quick. You guys have never seen this because this is stuff that's in the 6th demo. The magic layers here under the magic tab. Okay, this is something you guys have never seen, but for someone that's a Cricut user, or well, anything honestly, if you want to do 3 layers and different colors and something real quick on some text, what we can do, we type out the word baseball, we go into our, well, I'll even show you this, and we want to do kind of the different, I don't know if I have this turned on or not. Let's see. We're about to find out. See if it freezes on me here. Oh, I do have it turned on. Let's go. Like this font docker that we're in the middle of working on right now on the side right here, where it shows you all the fonts as you scroll. Like, how much easier would that be if you had CorelDRAW working with fonts to be able to see all of that? This is going to save you a ton of time and adding all your favorites up, right? So if this were a $15 add-on, you guys would be like, hell yeah, that's going to save me a lot of time. Matt, will the Wizard 6 have DC stones? You mean these right here, Nicole? Oh, yeah. We don't have them all in there yet, but... so what I was showing here is when you go to different things in different areas and you have different fonts and stuff, you can go to different spots, but then under the magic layer here, I say I want offset 1 to be gray and 0.06 inches. I want offset 2 to be blue and 0.12 inches. And I don't need an offset 3 right now. I come over here and hit apply, and that's done. If I wanted it to be a contour, okay, which is a little bit different, hit apply. You see the difference right there? Check it out. If I don't have contour set, the gray layer is going to be a complete fill. Watch. Oh, I got to click what I want to do. See that? Which can look cool at times. But if I want that to be the 0.06 contour on the inside to show the blue back behind it, I would say turn on the contour on the gray layer. And now it shows that. And then I can say turn on the contour on the blue layer. Oh, the design isn't big enough. Hold on. Or that circle in the A isn't big enough. So let's go here and 0.06. And now it does that. If I wanted the blue a complete fill, turn that off. Boom. How easy is that? And those are the type of things that I'm talking about as far as saying, hey, you want the Magic Layers add-on? You can get it, but you don't want this add-on? Then you don't have to get that. So, Yeah, I know. I'm a big tease. I can't click on all the other stuff and show you different things right now. Not right now, at least. This, yeah, okay. One more thing. I'll show you one. So, this part you guys will love as well. And this could, again, be an add-on. Let me flip around here. Look at the, and this is why our export tab is turned off in the other one. Baseball, right? Baseball, we're just going to say baseball mom. Baseball mom design. I want to export this design as a PDF, a JPEG, a EPS, an SVG, and a CDR in Corel version 17. I come over here and I export it. Exporting finished. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the folder, okay? It's going to downloads and it's saving as baseball. Check this out. I'm going to bring my folder over here and look what folder I have. And it saved every single version. There's my CorelDRAW version, there's my EPS version, my JPEG version, my PDF, and my SVG. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? And again, the goal is to save time. So when you want to save a file in 6 different formats and you don't want to go file, export, PDF, save, boom, name it. File, export, JPEG, save, name it. File, export, SVG, save it. What if that were an add-on that oh, I'm going to need a big gamer's PC. I don't have the cutter set up right now. I don't know if I have it set up in the 6 here. Let me see if I turned it off or not. So, if I went Graph Tech, send the cutter, let's see if I have it turned on right now. Oh, I do. There's baseball. I don't think I have Silhouette Connect on this computer, but maybe. We're about, oh, I do. What? Let's go. Check that out. So, those of you who have the Silhouette Connect software for your Silhouette Cameo, if you have Silhouette Connect, when you're working in the wizard, you just take your design, you click Cameo, and you hit send to cutter. And then if you have Connect, it will automatically pull it up ready to go for you. Pretty sweet, isn't it? Can you send to cutter with the Cricut? No, you can't, and the reason why is the Silhouette software built that Connect software to basically send from CorelDRAW to the Cameo. So when you have Silhouette Connect, you never have to open Design Space again. I mean not Design Space, Silhouette Studio. You never have to open the Designer Edition again. Okay? Where still with your Cricut machine, you still have to export the SVG from CorelDRAW and then open up Design Space, import the SVG into Design Space to send it to your cutter. Make sense? So that's where, again, the Silhouette is a little bit more user-friendly. And Silhouette went out of their way, which they didn't have to make their cutter work with Silhouette Connect, which links up with Illustrator and CorelDRAW. Cubbies 4-0, bottom of the 7th. Let's go, Cubbies. I'm actually rooting for the Orioles, so I actually want the Blue Jays to lose. So one of the kids on Jackson's baseball team, his dad is the manager of the Orioles. And pretty cool dude. So I became a little bit of an Orioles fan against non-Cubs. Just because I want to see him do good. I'm an O's fan. Kim, let's go. Yeah, Brandon Hyde, his son plays on Jackson's baseball team. Sometimes I really hate my cricket. I may just need to go to a cameo. Here's the thing, Rachel, is the cameo machine, cutting wise and everything, isn't really going to be any better than the cricket. It's the software side of it that's going to be way better than the cricket. So I guess it really depends on what you're not liking about your cricket. If it's obviously, which most people don't, the design space side of it, yeah, makes sense. But remember, you can also use CorelDRAW on the Wizard, export as an SVG, bring it in design space, so you don't need to actually do any designing in design space. Make sense? Alright. I'm going to flip you guys around here. TikTok crew. Let me get you guys. Boom. What's up, TikTok? I know I've been ignoring you. Alright. So we have, what do we got tonight? Oh, speaking of, next week, Monday, Labor Day. The warehouse will be closed this weekend and Monday as far as shipping. Anything that's ordered after the cutoff time on Friday will be shipped out on Tuesday. Okay? And then we are going to be doing a Labor Day weekend sale coming up. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably start on Friday, and I'll probably go live before then to let you guys know as far as what's going on. And then what we're going to do is we aren't going to have the Monday live on Labor Day night, but I'm going to try and figure out a day next week where we can do a live. It might be a day live, but we'll figure out something. And then Wednesday this week is the All-Star and Hall of Fame free training, where if any of you that are looking as far as for extra trainings, if you are a YouTube All-Star or Hall of Fame member, every single month we do a free training for the All-Star and Hall of Fame members. That will be this Wednesday, and that is a wizard training where we go through a bunch of stuff similar to like we did here, but normally with the All-Star and Hall of Fame, a lot of them are a little bit more into the wizard as far as learn stuff because they've gone to so many different trainings where we get a little bit more in depth on those, but still for the beginners, kind of go over the beginner stuff as well. And that will be on, I'll send out the exact time for it on Tuesday. It'll probably be Wednesday. We'll probably be doing a double header. We'll probably do the Hall of Fame first and then the All-Star after. So I'm going to guess Hall of Fame probably Wednesday at 12, and then 12 to 1, and then the All-Star training from 1 to 2. Where did we end up, Crystal? Where did we end on TikTok? I'm not sure if we hit our 100 number on TikTok today, did we? We got 200, we got 2 mini packs on YouTube, I see that. Yes, the code tonight, live 40 for 40% off. Designs, fonts. We did briefly? Okay. Okay, got it. So, TikTok, mini pack winner. We got, first one I see, Riki Tiki Tabby Cat. Riki Tiki Tabby Cat, TikTok winner, mini pack or font of choice. You got it. And now I'm going to hit up YouTube here real quick. Mini pack winner of choice on the YouTubes. I got 2 of them, and I got, scrolling. I got Jessica Jeffries, winner number 1. Jessica Jeffries is winner number 1. And winner number 2 is Brian Lofton. Brian, what's up, buddy? Congratulations. Jessica and Brian, 2 winners for a mini pack of choice or a font of choice. On the website, just shoot an email, let them know, and they got you. Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for taking time out of your night to come by. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned a lot as far as different things you can do with the wizard, and especially doing different things and some of the features of the how-tos of the Rhinestone side of the TRW Design Wizard. What we covered tonight, maybe 2% of the wizard, so we still got 98% to go. But we said we covered like 5% the other night, so we actually only have about 92% left, right? Alright, make sure you get your free design, all of you guys that came in. And I'm going to drop the link for you guys one more time. Cheryl's going to be at the All-Star Hall of Fame training on Wednesday. Welcome to the Hall of Fame membership, Cheryl. There you go. Boom. Let's go. Deborah, Hall of Fame member. Let's go. All right, crew. TikTok, as always. Appreciate you guys. You guys all have an amazing night. Crystal, stop it, damn it. We'll see you guys soon. Later. YouTube, we'll see you guys soon. Hall of Famers, All-Star members, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Stay tuned this weekend. Labor Day sale coming up. It's going to be a good one. I'm telling you, I got you this time.